We are just about to go for another hike where we're going to see a lot of waterfalls, but Joel had an urgent need to wash the car, so that's what we're gonna do first.
It's been due for a while now.
So the gang is together.
Back.
We are here for another hike. We're going to see some waterfalls and we're going to have some fun.
Guys.
So this is the top of the fall, the waterfall. So we're going to see this from the bottom. Hi you guys! So we had a fantastic week with Alessandra and Barry from This Is How We Rock, and that was such an amazing week. I can't even emphasize you guys how much fun we had with them. So now that they're gone, I am getting back to our routine, and I started to organize some things in my kitchen. I mean, the spices and other stuff, and it's always a fine-tuning. It's always I look for options that can make my job easier and faster, and to me it's pretty fascinating to find new ways. So I have some cool stuff that I really want to put in a separate video, because I want to put it in one subject in where I tell you how I organized my kitchen, so I can go in detail and explain to you why I like to do things a certain way or organize a certain way. How is it helping me? So for today I have a few projects. Here is a thing, you guys. I find an amazing store that is not just a second-hand store, it's a garage sale store. Yeah, I never heard of it before, but that means there are booths in there and people are just leaving their stuff there. They have one cash register on the front, and that store is humongous. It's like I got lost in there. Like, they have bigger areas and smaller, you're just kind of walking from one room to the other. So that means if somebody wants to sell something, they can sell it there. They don't have to stay there because there's one person on the front and they have the system how they do it. So I got an amazing deals there, and of course I don't really go there randomly because it can be dangerous, but I was looking for plates because I broke a few plates this year. I was wiping them with the kitchen towel and I dropped them. It could have been dropped before I dried them, but no, I cleaned it and wiped it off, then broke it. So anyway, we ended up with 7 plates, which is okay if it's just the 4 of us, but we do have friends coming over and then we need more plates. So I just washed the dishes. I'm catching up with the kitchen. These are all clean. I just need to put these away. But I wanted to show you, if you're following me on Instagram, these are the plates that I've got from the second-hand store. And I was thinking to buy some smaller plates, so when we do a smaller snack, I don't have to use and wash the big one, but I didn't want to buy so many of it, and I was thinking to just purchase 4. However, in that store, they don't sell separately, obviously, so I find this deal. And I have some that is drying up there, and I have one big one. So one big plate and 8 of this small one, which I think it's so darn cute. I really love it. So these plates, the 9 of them was $3. So that's a heck of a deal. Even if we break some, we're still good. So we are good now with plates. And I also got this one. It's just a teeny tiny cutting board. I think it was a cheese cutting board or something like that. And I've got some sandpaper, so I'm going to sand it off because it's a little bit dirty, and probably they used it for cheese and we can't have dairy, so it's just safer to take off one layer. But I'm going to scrub that and just take care of my all wooden things like the plates, because once in a while it needs to be taken care of with some coconut oil or some kind of oil. But I wanted to buy this because I have a bigger one what I use for vegetables, and I use it for onions, tomatoes, you name it. So it doesn't matter how much you wash it and use a lemon on it, it's you can feel the onion once in a while. So I want to cut things on that, like fruits like apple, and this is gonna be very easy to store and wash. So I'm looking forward to start to use that one. Oh, and I also have a separate board for raw meat. So this 3 it's fine, but I think for a daily use, when I just want to cut up some fruit, that's gonna be perfect. Oh, and also I want to tell you guys about the garage. So we started to do it, and this wall is done. And oh, somebody just mentioned that I have a Monica closet. I was laughing on that, but it's not my stuff, it's my husband's stuff. So I have no control there, what he wants to keep, and that's fine, and the kids' stuff. So I cannot go with the organization with the speed that I want. I have to wait for him. So I don't want to bug him after he's working hard all day. I don't want to bug him to do this even on the weekend. So when he feels up to it, he will do it, but I'm not going to push him into just to finish it for a sake of the video, to be honest. So once we get around again to do more thing in there, I will definitely show you guys, but I'm not going to do like in a hurry of just to make a video. So I don't want to put my husband through that. So anyway, but I have other things that I can share with you until then, and for now I'm going to take care of that little cutting board. The sandpaper made such an amazing work on that cutting board, but I have to admit, it was definitely a bigger work and job that I thought it will be. So it took a while, and it was warm on the end, and I was warm as well. So for next, I started to put some coconut oil to take care of all my wooden things, and it was definitely thirsty for the oil. I had to put so much on that, and also I let it soak for an hour. So I put all the oil on my wooden things and I just let it sit there for an hour, and then I used a rag to just wipe off all the extra oil. It polished all the plates so nicely, and all the damage that was from the water, it made it disappear. As you can see, especially on the dark bowl, it had some water damage, so it was much lighter on the side, as you can see it well very here, and it just made it disappear. So I have to do this about once a month, and all the wooden things will be just well preserved. And then I started to prepare some meals, and that is a lotus root, and I like to soak them in a cold water so that way the bitter taste can go out of that roots, and then I start to cook them. I really like to use my clear jars to store food for so many reasons. One of them that my family and I can see what's in them. So if I prepare a bunch of meal at once, I can just leave them in the refrigerator, and my family don't have to ask what they can eat because they just open the refrigerator, they see what's inside, so they can just browse through the clear glasses what we have. And I also like to prepare the food that we bring home from the grocery, and that was the jackfruit, and that's something I don't really enjoy to clean, but I like to get it done as fast as I can because I do enjoy this very much. So once it's cleaned, it's very easy to eat. I don't have to do this messy part. Once it's done, it's just waiting for me in the refrigerator to eat it. I also made some coconut milk from coconut flakes, and for that recipe I have a separate video that I will link down below in the description box for you guys. And I love to have this coconut milk for many reasons, to making ice cream, and for now I am going to prepare some oatmeal. I also made some cheese that doesn't have any dairy in there. I have this in a different video as well, and I made this from zucchini and gelatin. So even though it's not vegan, it doesn't have any dairy product in there. So if you are sensitive or allergic to dairy, this is an amazing recipe. It's very creamy. It has some nutritional yeast in it that is rich in vitamin B, and also it gives a taste that is very similar than the cheese. It's very creamy. And I like to also cut this up and put it in the jar because this is kind of a snack that we can eat. So I'm trying to fill up my refrigerator with some fresh and nice snack instead of filling my pantry. So we have all kinds of vegetables and this type of things. And also I like to prepare some breakfast ahead of a time because if I know I'm gonna be busy the next day, it's a very easy to grab. And I just use the coconut milk that I made, and my husband, I made this for him. He loves banana in there as well as some blueberries, and I use some maple syrup as well. And I don't really measure things, I'm just adding as I see if it needs more, and it needed more banana slice. So after I'm done, I like to make the portions into these little jars that I have in my Amazon store, so I linked everything in there. If you have any questions, let me know, but I'm trying to link everything in there that I think you might have a question about. But this is the jars that I love to use, and just keep it in the refrigerator and they can just grab it if they want to have a snack. And for next, this is something that I'm still practicing, and that was a roll that was made out of the eggs, and it was a fun project. I really like the taste of it. I really happy with how it turned out, and it looks very pretty as I packed some snack. So while I organizing the kitchen a little bit, Joat is working in the backyard and we're trying to clean up all the ivies and overgrown trees. Hello. Are you bored?
No, I just don't know what. It's so weird. It's like I don't know.
Okay, the monster is gone though. This is what I was working on the other week.
I don't know where it starts and where it ends.
Oh, it wasn't a good idea to come in here in flip-flops.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to deal with this, but I don't even know what is this.
Thank you so much for watching, you guys. See you next week. Bye.